Welcome to another episode of Allen AF. You know what it stands for. My uncut, raw version of myself. Let me jump into this, man. I let some people get me out of my character. Out of my usual character. You know, I'm usually laid back and cool and calm. You know, slow to anger, real slow to anger. But I let these people get me out of my character, man. Let me tell you what happened. Oh, man, just thinking about it get me mad. Let me tell you what happened. So, I'm at the comedy club, and me and my white friend was waiting on a parking spot. Now, look, I'm not racist. I like to describe people by their race. I do. I'm old school. I like to describe people. Oh, you mean that white dude down the street? Oh, you talking about the Puerto Rican cat? Yes, I describe people by their race. I said friend, so it was me and my white friend. We was in the car together. He was driving. And we waiting on this parking spot, and two Mexican dudes pulled up and took the spot. They pulled up and took the spot we was waiting on. We was waiting for a while, too. I pulled up and took the spot. So I jumped out of the car, you know, nice about it. I was like, excuse me, dog. We was waiting on this spot, man. Me and my boy was right here this whole time waiting on this spot. He was like, I was here, too. And I said, yeah, I know you was there. You pulled up, popped the trunk, took the wheelchair out, and your boy went in the club. He was like, yeah, my boy in the wheelchair. I said, I know. I saw that. That means I was here first. You know what I'm saying? If I saw it all, I was here first, right? So I was like, man, you know, can you back up so we can get the spot? He's like, hey, look, man, I'm already in the spot, dog. I'm not going to back up. What you going to do about it, huh? I don't know what you're going to do about it. I'm already in the spot. I'm not getting out of the spot. He said, what you gonna do about it? Come on, man. What you gonna do about it is a threat. Everybody knows that's a threat. Don't ask me what you gonna do about it. Don't ever ask somebody what they gonna do about it. It's a threat. It's like, yeah, you caught me cheating. Why? What you gonna do about it? You gonna leave? Yes, it's a threat. They pulling your card. What you gonna do about it? Yeah, I stole your girl. What you gonna do about it? Yeah, I took your money. What you gonna do about it? It's a threat. And that's what he said to me. A threat. Now, usually, I let stuff like this slide. I'm like, man, you know what? It's just a parking spot, man. Whatever, dude. Or, if he would have been apologetic, hey, man, I ain't even see you, dude. Sorry about that. I'd be like, don't worry about it, man. I found another spot. He said, I don't know what you're going to do. I'm not moving. What you going to do about it? Then he opened his car door. Now, I was mad instantly. So I grabbed his door, pushed it against his body. I had him trapped in his doorway. You know, and I saw the look on his face. He was just like, oh, shit. And I let him go. I let him go. I backed up, you know, because I am grown. So I backed up and let him go. And I was like, look, dude, this is we was waiting on this spot, man. Can we get our spot? I'm not moving. And then his other boy, because there was three of them in the car. One of them, the wheelchair, he went into the building. The other boy walked around the corner and he walked around to my side. Like, what's the problem? And I looked at both of them, man, and I said, man, I should crack you on your fucking neck. Some shit like that. I threatened him. I did. I threatened him. I know. I shouldn't have. But they pissed me off with the what you gonna do about it. So I threatened him. And then one of them was like, I feel threatened. Yes, you feel threatened because I just threatened you. So you should feel threatened. Now the parking enforcement dude was there. And there was people walking by. So thank God my grown man kicked in. And I took a couple of steps back. And, you know, I said to myself, man, walk away. And I was about to walk away till my white friend jumped out the truck. You a piece of shit. Fuck both of y'all. You fat pieces of shit. Oh yeah, they was fat too. You a piece of shit. And he was yelling at them. And I said, come on, man, let's go, man, let's go. So we drove off. We went to another spot we had to pay for. We had to pay for parking. So I had to use the bathroom real bad. I said, man, you got a cup? He said, yeah, I got a cup. He had a big cup too. I said, cool, let me get this cup. We parked the car, jumped out, went to the corner, urinated in the truck, in the cup. And we was walking to the club, and I still had to, urinate the big half, 32 ounce cup, big gold cup, 64 ounce or whatever you want. I don't know. It was a lot. 32 ounce, I believe, of urine in this cup. And I'm walking with the urine in my hand. And I was walking down the street, and I was thinking, what if a car almost hit me and I jumped like, oh shit, and I got urine all over me. So I thought I said I should pour this urine out before I get it over me. Then I said, no, I guess I got a mission. I got a mission with my urine. So I kept walking. And then I saw that car man, that took our spot. And I poured urine all over his windshield, his door handles, his, driver's side of the car. It was a raggedy car too, so it was probably going to seep inside of it. I was hoping it would have. And then I left. Now we went to the club, we had a good time. It was a comedy club. Went to the comedy club, had a good time. Took care of business. On the way back to the car, the car we was in, we had to walk past this parking lot. And they was in the parking lot. And they saw us. It was like, fuck y'all. Fuck both of y'all. Fuck y'all. It was 3 of them this time. They had the dude in the wheelchair with them again. And I'm assuming the dude in the wheelchair, he had a gun because the way they were acting, they was real confident then at that point. I'm assuming the dude had a gun. So the dude I was with, white boy, he gave them the finger and we kept walking. And I was like, man, leave them alone, dude. They got urine on their hands. And my boy bust out laughing because he forgot. And we left. Now, I felt bad, dude. I called my wife and I said, man, I did some old childish shit. And, I told her what happened and she bust out laughing. She said, nigga, you grown. You got a kid and a wife now. You got to stop. And then when I explained to her what they did, she was like, damn. Good thing you didn't hit him. Because I wanted to break the jaws. Oh man, you should have seen the look on their face. They had one of them millennial looks, like there's no consequences to what I'm doing. That's the kind of look they had on their face. Like they have no consequence. Like nothing is going to happen because I took your parking spot. Nothing's going to happen to me. I took your spot. And that's the kind of look they had on their face. It was a goofy, blank, innocent look they had on their face. As if I couldn't do nothing to them. And that pissed me off. That pissed me off, dude. That's why I couldn't let it go. That's my character, dude. They pulled me out of my character. I couldn't believe it. I allowed it to happen. Because it could have gotten ugly. It could have gotten ugly. Cause I could have put hands on them in the parking lot, dude. And then we probably would. If I would have put hands on them, we'd have left. Because I wouldn't have put hands on them and then went to the show. And then, you commit a crime, you gotta leave. Don't stick around. Like everything is, everything cool. You leave. So, we could have got shot. You know what I'm saying? They could have won. They could have got a lucky punch in. They could have won. Anything could happen. That's unlikely. I'm not saying it's unlikely because I'm a great fighter, okay? So don't test me when you see me in these streets. Don't try to test me. We're not fighting. I'm not fighting nobody, They pulled me out my character though, man. And I haven't had a fight. I haven't had a fight in probably 20 years. Probably longer than that. So I may have gotten beat up. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? It's not like fighting is not like riding a bike, man. You forget. You know what I'm saying? You know how to swing and hit a couple of times, and you don't know how to, yeah. If you're not a fighter and you don't fight really, you ain't ready to fight nobody. I don't give a damn how they look. It would have been messed up. They took my parking spot and beat my ass. That would have been that would have been a horrible night. That would have been a horrible night, man. Took my parking spot and whooped my ass. Damn. And my friend was white, so he wasn't going to help. He would have just probably called the police. He said he would help, but, it's no telling. It's no telling. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I let him get me out my character, man, and that has happened again. I started thinking, because I went home and I was disappointed in myself. I was disappointed in myself. And I did, I told a couple of people what happened, me being disappointed in myself, and they was all like, man, fuck them. You was mad. He gave you that threat. What you gonna do about it? Threat. Fuck him. And I felt a certain way because I thought violence wasn't in me no more. I'm past that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a better man. That violence ain't in me. But I'm wrong. You can pull it out of me, And I remember getting me out of my character, man. I remember another time I was driving down the street, and you know how you in the right-hand lane, not the turning lane. You could go. It's 2 lanes on a regular street, and when people going slow, I like because that's how they drive out here in LA. They go slow in the left lane, in the passing lane. So I get over to the right. Light is red, and in front of me there are parked cars. So I got to pick up speed and jump in front of the person ahead of me who was going slow. I got to pick up speed, jump in front of the person ahead of me, and then go about my business. That's how I usually get down. But for some apparent reason, people in LA hate when people do that. Even though you're driving slow, you hate for me to pull up at a red light and then go fast and then jump over in front of you. But you're driving slow, but you hate for me to do that. You prefer me wait. So anyway, I was running late for something. And it was a white dude driving the car in front of me. I like to describe people by their race. Whatever's different about that person, I describe them. The Mexican dudes, I ain't call them fat Mexicans. I'm trying to do better, but they was fat as hell. They were big as shit. Them some fat motherfuckers. But anyway, white dude was driving the car in front of me, going slow as hell. He went slow for multiple lights. I'm like, damn, dude. So I'm trying to get over, but there's always a car parked over to the right. Trying to get over. I'm like, he see me trying to get over. So I pull next to him, red light, and you gotta look. You have to look, because you just look like you selfish bastard. You dumb son of a bitch. Fuck, you're not driving right. So I just look over. Go back to me being me. I'm in the right hand lane. The damn light turned green. I take off. This slow son of a bitch decides to take off fast. He decides to be an asshole and take off fast. And when I was getting over, he cut me off. And then he kept driving. Now, he almost caused me to have an accident, because I drove, I was in right hand lane, the light turned green. I drove off, not fast, because I didn't think I had to go fast, because his dumb ass was going slow this whole time. So I drove off faster than I anticipated him going, but at normal speed. I didn't pass the speed limit. I drove off at a normal speed. This bitch gonna jet it on purpose. He tried to cause an accident. He pulled me out of my character. Dude. I pulled next to him. I pulled next to him, dude. I called him about 17 bitches. I followed him for a couple of miles. Fuck the meeting I was going to. Nothing else mattered at that point. I followed him for a couple of miles, dude, until he pulled over. Why are you following me? And I threatened him. I told him I was gonna beat his ass. Said, pull over. He wouldn't pull over. Wouldn't get out of the car. He made a right. I made a right. I was on his ass. I was, cussing him out. I wanted to throw something at him. I was so damn mad, dude. I let people get me out of my character twice, dude. 2 times. I resorted to violence. Twice, man. And look, some people listen to this like, you know what, man? Hey, man, you grown. It was just a parking spot. Or, man, that dude pulled off, man. Fuck him. It's easy to say that. It's easy to say that. Now, I wasn't going to do nothing ignorant. Well, too ignorant. I wasn't going to shoot no one. I wasn't going to get out my car with a crowbar and beat somebody. Nothing like that. Just a couple of smacks. That's all I wanted to do. Was just a couple of smacks. Just a few smacks so I could see the look on his face like, damn, I fucked up. And I would have been, okay, you see you fucked up. And I'd have got back in my car and went to my meeting. That's all I wanted to do. Just a few smacks. That's it. And I know that's wrong. But that's all I wanted to do. Because I was minding my business. And these 2 individuals, 2 different incidents, I'm minding my business and they push my buttons, man. They push my buttons. And I'm sure, I strive my whole life to be different. I'm from Detroit. I've seen unnecessary violence a lot. I've seen a lot of violence where shit could have been avoided. And yes, this was a time when shit could have been avoided too. But I chose violence. Sometimes, no matter how big you think you are, no matter how much you pray, no matter how much you read the Bible, you still got to put your hands on somebody sometime, every blue moon. Even in the Bible, it says it's a time to kill. It's a time for war. It happens. No matter who you are, somebody can pull you out your character and you do something like that. I seen this video. Of it was a leopard. And the leopard was drinking water. And he looked around. I think he was drinking some water. And he looked around. He was looking around. While he was looking around, an alligator jumped out of the swamp, the pond or whatever you call it, the swamp, and bit the leopard on his neck, twisted and turned around, snatched the leopard under the water. And it was a messed up feeling because I love cats. When I saw that, I said, damn, that poor cat didn't see the damn gator because he was caught slipping, drinking water, and looking around in the wilderness. And the alligator got his neck. And he went underwater. About 3 seconds later, the leopard walked from under the water with the alligator in his mouth. And he just, he had the alligator in his mouth like the alligator was a bitch. He was dragging the rest of his body, stepping on the alligator body and just walking with him. Just, like, bitch, don't ever forget I'm a leopard. And then to make matters worse, this leopard climbed up a tree with the alligator in his mouth. How disrespectful is that? He climbed up the tree with the alligator in his mouth. Like, bitch, I want to eat with a view. That's what he did to that punk ass alligator. He could have bit him a few times and let him go. He was like, nah, it's kill time. It's time to kill. The leopard probably wasn't even hungry. He was thirsty because he was drinking from the swamp. He probably wasn't even hungry. But he had food that night. He ate him. He killed him. He had to kill him. Because you bit him on his neck. He had to kill you, dog. I brought up that story because it reminded me of the parking spot. I'm man of my business. On both incidents. In the right-hand lane, I'm man of my business. I wanted to go around you because you was going too slow. I gave you the opportunity to speed up because I followed you for 3 lights. And you saw me trying to get over. So when I finally got my way over, you sped off. You did the alligator thing to a fucking leopard. Damn, I was mad as hell, dude. I was mad as hell. And then the parking spot, they did the same thing. I'm up here sipping water, looking at the environment, and some bitches took my spot, grabbed me by my neck. And in both incidents, I could have came out the water with them bitches in my mouth. And no, that don't sound right. I'm putting nobody in my mouth. This podcast made a crazy turn. That's not what I wanted to say. Well, I could have came out the water with them in my hands. That sound better. And climbed up. No, I ain't climbing no trees. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Mad as hell, dude. Don't do you. It's common courtesy, man, and respect. You have courtesy and you have respect. The reason I thought that I would never have to put my hands on somebody else in my life is because I have common courtesy and I have respect. So what that means is I'm giving it out, even to people who don't earn respect. I'm giving you respect because you are a human. And I'm giving you this respect. So I expect you to act accordingly. Meaning, I would never take somebody's parking spot on purpose and then say, what you gonna do about it? I won't do that. I would never do something like that. I would never know somebody is trying to get ahead of me and while they in the lane and there's a car in front of them, I would never speed up and almost cause an accident to prove a point. I would never do that. I am always respectful. Every day. Always respectful to people. I'm not walking around with a chip on my shoulder. I'm not an asshole to people. I don't even get smart with people. I don't. Sometimes they get smart with me. I let the shit roll off my back because I am slow to anger. I am slow to anger. So far as violent anger, I'm not gonna take it there. I've seen too much. I'm never gonna take it there. But I always took it there twice. Damn. I wanted to take it there so bad with all of them. I mean, all of them. I mean, all 3 of them. Both of the dudes who took my parking spot, them fat Mexican motherfuckers, and the white dude, bitch ass, who sped up when we was in the light. I want to fuck all 3 of them up. I do. And to be honest with you, when we be honest with you, I'm going to be honest with you because I have to. I still do. I still do want to beat all 3 of their asses. I will pay money. Not lawyer fee money. Not getting out of jail money. Not shit like that. I would pay about $25, $30 for us to all meet up and, you know, me fuck them up. Oh, man, that would be a good ass investment. That's how we should deal with conflict. I guarantee you it'll be a whole lot less shootings. If you could just tell a motherfucker, like, hey, dog, look, if everybody get 3 tickets a month, you get 3 tickets a month. and you able to pass these tickets out to people like, hey, you cut me off in traffic, dude. Take this ticket. I'll meet you at 6 o'clock at the park of your choosing, and I'm beating your ass. And it's a fair fight with a referee, and y'all can do what y'all want to do. You can wrestle, you can punch, you can box, you can whatever you want. You play basketball 1-on-1. I don't give a damn. Hopscotch. You can have reading contests. Whatever you want to do. Any kind of competitive thing to beat that person and to talk shit to them. You should be able to do that. And if we could, you get 3 tickets a month. Because if more than 3 people pissing you off a month, then it's you. Then it's you. You just a bitter son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And if you bitter, this don't apply to you. These are for the normal people who usually just walk around cool. For us, I'm telling you, dude, it has solved a lot of shit. Because I would have used all 3 of my passes that, I used 2 that day with the fat Mexican dudes. I'd have beat the shit out of both of them one at a time. I would have beat them, and then I'd have sat down for about 2 hours and rested, got something to eat, and then jumped on the other one. It would have been a cool day, And then the other dude, the white dude, I'd beat the shit out of him. Oh, I'd beat the damn shit out of that white dude. Oh, it would have been my pleasure. I would have beat the shit out of him. Woo! It would have been ugly. Bitch, you tried to cause an accident because you was being an asshole? That's worse than taking my parking spot. You put my life in danger. Oh, I'd have beat the dog out of him. I'd have beat his ass. I would have wanted to whoop his ass in front of one of his parents. Either one, mother or father. Probably mother, because she would have been more emotional about it. I would have whooped it. Whew. I'd beat the dog out of this dude. Yeah. I'd have beat the dog out of him. But anyway, I guess anybody can be pulled out of their character, man. I usually don't let that happen. I mean, I've been in situations, dude, when shit has gotten ugly, like ugly, and I was able to be like, "Hey, man, it's cool, man. I don't want no problems," and walked away. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember it was this young lady walking across the street, and I was behind it. She was walking across the street, and I was behind the person that was waiting on her to cross the street. I'm sitting here. Now she was walking, and she already cleared 2 lanes. She had 1 more lane to go. I tooted the horn at the dude in front of me because the bitch was walking kind of slow. Bitch was walking slow. Mexican broad, walking slow as hell. And I tooted the horn at my man in front of me. It was a black dude. And he went like this, like, what, man? She walking in front of me. I'm like, dude, there's 2 other empty lanes. Go around it. Go around her. Let's go. I got shit to do. Only time I'm impatient is when I'm driving. Every time else I'm good. Well, if I'm driving or waiting, if I'm waiting. If I'm driving or waiting at the DMV, I'm impatient. Only time I'm impatient. Other than that, I'm good. I'm cool. Life is good. So I'm like, come on, man, drive, pull off. Damn. And he just sitting there, but he went like this through the mirror. So he finally pulled his punk ass off. So he pulled next to me like, hey, man, what the fuck you wanted me to do, dog? She was just down there now. I said, hey, man, it was 2 empty lanes, man. You could have just went around. No, fuck that. This and that, nigga. What you want to do? And I looked at him and I was like, hey, man, it's cool, play. I don't want no problems with you. And he cracked a smile. He was like, all right, man, all right. That's how I usually am. And he was, I mean, you can't underestimate nobody, how big they are, how smart they are. Both of the fat ass Mexican dudes is way bigger than me. But I saw the bitch in their eyes. When you see the bitch in somebody's eyes, you can, whatever. It's whatever. White dude, punk ass white dude with his bitch ass, he was a little bit bigger than me too. But it was whatever. I saw the bitch in his eyes. He was too scared. And then I was mad. I ain't give a damn. But the brother who was in the car, he little dude. He could have been strapped up. Who knows? But the point is, that's how I usually am. There's no reason to get upset, you know. I was like, man, it's cool, man. I don't want no problems. And I, was able to go on my separate way. That's how I usually am, dude. But it was just these two particular times. These two particular times, dude. I just couldn't let this shit go. And I realize now I still can't. I don't ever want to see none of them dudes again in my life. I don't ever want to see them again in my life. I mean, I know I wouldn't do nothing, and I don't drink, I don't drink, I don't get high, I don't do any drugs, so I can't blame it on anything else. So I would never do nothing to them. As long as they don't say nothing to me. Don't say, yeah, I took your spot. What you gonna do about it? Don't say that. Just don't say what you gonna do about it. And don't tell me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you was that bitch in the right hand lane. I sped up and almost made you have an accident. As long as they don't say nothing like that, we good. We're cool. And they wouldn't say nothing like that. They wouldn't. I hope to God they wouldn't. I hope they wouldn't. Hey man, I don't know what it is, but I have been so damn tired lately. I don't know what the hell. Is it everybody? Or is it just me? I have been exhausted lately. I'm like, damn. I wake up and I'm ready to go back to sleep. After I done had 8 hours or 6 hours or whatever sleeping in bed. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. My bed is comfortable. My pillow's great. I don't know what it is. I'm living almost a stress-free life. Life is beautiful. Just got married, man, so I still love my wife. I got a 3-year-old son, you know what I'm saying? And he's funny. The majority of the time, he's really, really smart. My son is extremely smart. So that means he's a little evil. And he does things, so you just can't be smart like this without being evil. You can't. He does things to get on other people's nerves on purpose. I watched him for the first time in my life. I watched him, dude. You know my granddaughter. I have a granddaughter. People don't know it. She's older than my son. Yeah, fuck y'all. She is 6. They actually look like brothers and sisters, which is weird. She's crazy about my son. They're crazy about each other. But just one time they saw each other and they just was getting on each other's nerves. My son sensed he was getting on my granddaughter's nerves. So he'd walk by, he'd do stuff like he'd walk by my granddaughter and hit the iPad that she was looking or mess with the screen on purpose. But he'd act like he didn't do it on purpose. And she'd just be mad. And he'd just walk up to me, hey daddy, like you called me or whatever. I'm like, dude, why are you messing with her? He was doing it on purpose, man. He'd do me like that too. He'd see me, like he'd know I'm mad at him. And then a few minutes later, he'd like knock my phone out of my hand. But he act like it was an accident. He does things on purpose to get on your nerves. Anyway, I forgot why I brought him. Oh, like I was saying, life is good. Life is good, dude. So I don't know. Because life is good, I don't have no issues. Nobody. I ain't up here trying to fight nobody. That's not me. Fighting people, arguing with people. That ain't who I am. But that's who I was for those 2 times. Look, man, if you ever see 2 fat ass Mexican dudes and another fat Mexican dude with a wheelchair, tell them I'm sorry. All right. I should let them fat motherfuckers have this parking spot. Maybe they was going through something in their life that is obese ass needed this parking spot. Maybe that was the case. Maybe his cholesterol was so high, and if he'd have looked around for another spot, he would have had a stroke. Maybe that was it. Maybe I shouldn't have been so mean to these fat motherfuckers and let these gorditos have their parking spot. Maybe that's it. Maybe. Maybe that white motherfucker who tried to get me to have an accident, you know. I think I should stop talking because I'm just realizing I'm still mad. I'm realizing I'm still mad. I wanted to tear that dude head off his motherfucking body, dude. He almost made me have an accident. Oh, punk ass dude. Oh, his bitch ass. I should stop talking. I should stop talking. Anyway, say no to violence. Be slow to anger. Okay. That's what we have learned today, man. Say no to violence, people, and be slow to anger. And also, my boy, one of my dogs, funny comedian, man. He has a podcast as well called he's Mike Estime. He told me I should let everybody know that I should have a set day for my podcast to come out. So when people can know when to listen, like every Tuesday, at noon or at 6 o'clock on Thursdays or something like that. And he's right. I should have a time. And once I figure that time out, I will let y'all know. But you can continue. It should pop up on your notifications if you follow my podcast. You should know when it's on. But I will let you know. I will put it together and give y'all the time. And I will honor that time. And my podcast will drop on those days at that time that I say. I will honor it. God, that was great advice from my dog. I appreciate everybody who listens to the podcast. Thank you so much, man. Go to my Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. And follow me, subscribe, watch my videos, because I got stand-up clips on there. Guaranteed to make you laugh. I got a whole bunch of haters on there, too. They try to, they'll pop in and say something, and then other people will be like, shut up. I love it, man. I love it. I mean, I take all criticism. Constructive, hateful, and good. I take it all. Anyway, my podcast, my social media is I am. Not I'm. People have been hitting me up. Is it I'm or is it I am? It's I am Alan AF. I am Alan AF. It's just that simple. Go to your Instagram, pop it up, and type I am Alan AF. You already know how to spell Alan. It's ALLAN. I am Alan IF on YouTube. I am Alan IF on Facebook. I am Alan AF on TikTok. My grown old ass is on TikTok, but I ain't dancing. But it's I am Alan AF. Follow me on those sites, man, and subscribe on YouTube. You will know when I'm coming to your city, when I'm performing near you, And if you hit me up, I can see, can I get you some discounted tickets or some free tickets? Thank you for listening to my show. Continue to listen to my show. I'm going to have some guests on really soon. I know I keep saying that, but I mean it this time. I just got to coordinate some dates, man. I got some great comedian friends that are going to come on the show. Got to put some dates together, and we're going to make it happen. For real. Until then, stop taking people parking spaces and stop speeding up to make people have accidents, and stop pushing people buttons. Respect your fellow man. Respect everyone. I don't give a fuck if it's a weird looking white dude. Respect them. I don't care if it's some fat ass Mexican dudes. Respect them. Thank you for listening to another episode of Alan AF. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all stay safe out there.